I just started the recording, so find that seat. And maybe roll the shoulders up, back, and down, feeling really tall. Ground through the sits bones. And maybe bring the shoulders up to the ears and then just let them drop down. And then allow the hands to maybe, while we ground, bringing those index and middle fingers down, bringing the thumb and the ring and the pinky together, and then we're going to point them down towards the ground. And we'll use this to support us in connecting to our breath. Our Bhramari Mudra, supporting us in grounding our energy. And knowing that there's no right or wrong way to sit. So find a space that's comfortable, a shape that's comfortable for you, where you feel like you can connect with the breath and feel the breath in the body. Feel what your breath feels like in your body, and feel what your body feels like in this space. So feel your breath in your body. Now feel your body in the shape that it's in. And keep that connection to the breath, to the body, to the space. We'll open with the sound of a single Om, as if it were going to thread our practice. If our mind wanders, we can bring our mind back to the mantra Om. So we'll inhale, exhale, then inhale for Om. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, Om. And feel that vibration in the body. Maybe open the eyes, just glancing up for a moment. I'm going to show you a mudra that we're going to integrate into our asanas today. So we'll make a fist, similar to what we did, I think, last week. The thumb was on the outside. And then we're going to bring our right arm across the chest. And then our left arm over on top of that. And let's just pause and feel this in our body. This is our Vaikhara Mudra, the gesture of the protective shield for protection from the forces of nature. So perhaps inviting in a little bit of protection or elevated vibration. Feeling unity in your essence, in your being. Two more breaths in and out. And let's unwrap the mudra, extending the arms out to the side, reaching through the fingertips, and then draw those hands back in. The right arm across the chest, the left arm on top, feeling your essence, your energy. And then we'll expand, knowing that we do extend and expand into the world. And then we'll bring the right arm in closest to the body, left arm on top, knowing that we have that within us to ground in ourselves. One more breath. And then exhale to lower down the hands. Bring the hands maybe to the tops of the knees or maybe tops of the thighs. We'll roll our neck behind us, or maybe you go in front first, maybe one direction, then another, or maybe doing half circles. Maybe again lowering those shoulders, and if it's helpful, you can shrug them up and drop them, kind of as that reminder, that physical, reminder, like, let it go. And then just round, moving that neck. We're going to come right into a boat pose. So find some stillness in the neck, and then bring the sits bones to the ground. Toes point to the sky, heels ground. Let's find our mudra again. Fists closed, thumbs over the fist, right arm across the chest, and the left over the right arm. And as you're ready, draw the stomach flat, lift the heart, shoulders back, and recline. And then maybe you bring the right foot up, point the toe. Then bring the left foot up, point the toe, and feel a little awakening in the core. Flex the feet to the face. Open up the arms as if you're feeling yourself out in the world. And then find the mudra again, the right arm across the chest and the left arm across the right. One more breath in. And then lower down the heels. Bring the hands to the earth, bring the hands behind the hips, fingertips point towards the heels. Bring the feet to the floor, press into the hands, glutes drive the hips up, reverse tabletop. So hands press down. Maybe bring the ears over the shoulders so the crown of the head extends back, knees extend towards that side of the mat. Exhale, lower down, bringing the sits bones down. Walk the heels forward, bring the arms up, find your mudra, right arm across the chest in a fist, left arm across the right, and then recline back, lift the heels, draw the belly button in. Maybe you extend one leg out at a time. We'll be here 5 breaths. On an exhale, you can extend the legs out. Inhale, bring it in. Maybe you just hover the heels and pause with the heels hovering. Grounding us into the center of our being physically. On your next exhale, lower down the heels. Bring the shoulders over the hips. Bring the hands to the floor. Fingertips point towards the heels. Feet to the floor. Drive the hips up with the glutes. A reverse tabletop. Heart towards the sky. Ears, if we were sitting on our knees, they'd be stacked over the shoulders. Eyes towards the sky. One more breath in. And now exhale, lower down the seat to the floor. And then roll over, coming up to your knees. So knees ground, hips stack over the knees. We'll roll the shoulders up and back and down. Maybe we shrug them up and then drop them down. Hey, welcome. And then extend the arms out. Yes, feel ourselves expanded in the space that we're in. Now I'm not going to mirror because sometimes that gets confusing. So let's just send the left leg out. I'm going to send mine out, you send yours out. Breathe in. Nice. If you have a block, I should have said it earlier, but bring it over to that right side if you need it. Just to rest that hand on. If you don't have a block, no worries. We'll inhale up. And then exhale, send the right hand down, maybe to the block, maybe it hovers over the floor, the left arm reaching. So we're expanding out, the right hip drives forward. So the sits bone isn't hovering over the calf, but that hip is over the knee. Find some groundedness in the hands, the left arm is up, breathe in. Now exhale, arms come back to the middle. Good. Inhale, extend the left hand down, that long leg, right arm reaches for sky, breathe in. Extend out through the fingertips, creating space from knee to armpit to wrist. Breathe in. Nice job, guys. Exhale over the other side. Maybe find the block. Maybe find the earth, but reach in both directions. We can ground and we can be out of our bodies. Breathe in. And then exhale back to the middle. Let's be intentional as we go over to the other side, noticing the opposite body opening up. High to the sky with a hand. Breathe in. Now we'll breathe back to the middle. Inhale. Really nice. Let's bring the hands to the side. Bring the left leg in. Swap the block to the other side. Maybe you wiggle out the hips, making some circles. And now that left knee underneath that left hip. So we don't want to be back like that. We want to stack and drive through the hip. So the glutes power the hip forward. The right leg goes out. And we'll inhale up to the sky. Ground those shoulders down. Left knee grounds down. Right foot is also grounding. And then exhale over to the side. Maybe float the hand. And then reach the other hand into the Akash, the ethers. Breathe in. And then exhale, the right hand down that leg, left arm to sky. Maybe noticing if this side feels different and know that it's okay if it does. Exhale over to the other way. Deep breath in. And then exhale out as we tick-tock over the last time to that other side. Breathe in. Exhale, sigh. Then we'll inhale, come back to center, arms out to the side. Yes. Now bring the knee in. So right knee is next to the left. Grounding the knees, maybe flap the tops of the feet on the ground. Really feeling grounded. Waking up the feet. And then we'll inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, fold it forward. Walk the hands really, really far for puppy pose. Melt that heart into the floor. Exhale, feeling some connection with the front of the body down to the earth. Maybe the forearms touch. You can be on the fingertips and press into the floor too. Kind of lifting that back up, the heart sinking down. Hips are over the knees. Let's breathe in. Exhale, sigh. Maybe draw the stomach in as if you had like a watermelon or a beach ball underneath that stomach that you were kind of flopping over. Breathe in. Exhale, walk the hands underneath the shoulders. Find the hands under the shoulders, the knees under the hips, and then send the right leg back. And then cross that right leg over the left leg. So the right foot might be off the mat just a little bit. The left knee is down, top of the left foot's down. And now glance over the shoulder at that left or that right foot. Stretching out the right side body. And now bring the head back to neutral. Glance between the hands. And then maybe rock back and forth. Stretch out the ball of that right foot. Sole of the foot. Waking up these feet today. The feet are what ground us. The feet are our paths. Grounding down. And then we'll inhale. Bring the shoulders back over the wrists. Lift that leg up to let go. And now bring it back to the middle. So the right leg is in line with that right hip and the right knee is parallel with the ground. Option to bend the elbows, lower that nose down to the earth. You can keep that right knee out or you can bring it in if you want. Then exhale, press it up. That right leg is out. Now lower down, bend the elbows, heart to the floor. Ground the nose, feel your connection to the earth. Then exhale, press it up. And that right knee comes back to meet the left. Let's sit back in child's pose, grounding the sits bones, grounding those buttermilk biscuits to the heels. Breathe in. Exhale, glance up at the hands. Walk the hands over to the right. Maybe the left hand stacks on top of the right. Extending that side body. We're going to lengthen the side body. Breathe in. And out. Now inhale, glance at the hands again. Walk them to the middle. When they get to the middle, let's press up to tabletop. With your knees down this time. Now let's lower down the nose, bending the elbows. Nose comes to the ground. Belly button pulls in. Exhale to press up. Let's breathe at the top. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Take a breath in at the bottom. Then exhale. Drive up. Sit back onto the heels with the sits bones. Stretching through the arms. Maybe the hands grip onto the floor and the forearms lift. Now glance up at the hands and walk the hands over to the left. The right hand can stack on top of the left. The right sits bone reaching for the heel. Maybe notice the lower back opening, the right side body, and then offer a few breaths here. The breath is our guide. The breath is what determines how we move and when we move. So let's breathe in. And let's exhale, walk it back to the middle with the hands. And then we'll inhale, rise, shoulders over those wrists, ground the knees. And now with that right knee grounded, extend that left leg back, reach through the heel. The crown of the head reaches forward and the gaze is down. Feel really grounded and strong here. And then when you're ready, bring that left leg over so it comes over to the right side of the mat, maybe onto the floor or onto the mat, the ball of the foot, and then rock back and forth, forward and back, opening up the sole of that foot. So we're letting go of tension in these places that we rely on so much, allowing some expansion in the soles of the feet. Maybe the palms are kind of cupped so the palms aren't touching the ground, but the hand is cupped over the floor. Feel the forearms respond. And one more time, forward and back. Maybe the shoulders are awake. Let's lift the leg up, bring it back to the middle. And now with that left leg strongly pressing, that heel pressing back, option to bend the elbows and lower that nose down, and then press it up. Tuck the pelvis, heel reaches back. Good, guys, exhale, lower down, nose to the ground, and then press up. And now bring that left knee in. Let's walk our knees back, 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 hands on the ground. And now walk our hands forward, bring the lower all the way down to the tops of the thighs, the hips, the stomach. And now bring the elbows underneath the shoulders. Now ground those hands, spread the fingers wide, ground the fingers down. Let's inhale to reach the right foot up, right leg up, point the toes and reach the toes back. So find some length in the leg. Press the leg down, lower it down, release any effort in that right leg. Lift the left leg up, reach through the toe, lower that toe, that leg down. And now with the elbows underneath the shoulders, let's inhale to lift the chest. So we're starting to lift the shoulders so they come over the elbows. Yes. Now gaze over the front of your mat, onto the earth. Hands ground. Maybe noticing the lower back is awakening here. The heart beaming forward. Now press the hands down. Feel the elbows pressing down. As you press the elbows down, maybe the shoulders lift. Now pull those elbows energetically towards the hips and the hips towards the elbows. Maybe the biceps say good morning. Breathe in. Now let's exhale, lift the hips back, come into puppy pose, heart melting pose. So hips over the knees, maybe you need to bring the knees in. Breathe in. Exhale, maybe lower the forehead and massage the forehead on the floor. Breathe in. Now exhale, let's lift back, shoulders forward. This time curl the toes under, lift the hips. Coming into forearm plank. So the hips lift the pelvis tucks. Option to keep the knees down, or you can keep the knees lifted, but to keep the hips up wherever you're at. Couple breaths here. And now lower down the knees, tops of the thighs, tops of the feet, and then lift the heart. Here's our Sphinx pose again. Breathe in. Exhale, sigh. Deep breath in. Exhale, send the hips back, knees ground. Anahatasana, spine lengthens as we really reach those sits bones back and the arms forward. Breathe in. Exhale, shoulders come over the elbows. Now we're going to lift the knees up, curl the toes under. Tuck the pelvis, belly button, spine. Yes, always option to lower the knees too. Couple breaths here. And now exhale, lower all the way, tops of the thighs. Lower down the stomach, lower down the rib cage. Now the heart is almost to the ground, but we're going to reach our arms back. And now reach the fingertips towards the heels, and notice as you reach further back, the heart lifts just a little bit. Lifting the heart, shoulders up, as if someone had strings on your scapula and we're pulling it back. And now maybe you lift the right leg and then the left leg, and the thighs maybe hover just a little bit. Nice. Now exhale, let's lower down. Tops of the thighs, tops of the feet. Maybe the face comes to the floor. Good. Now inhale, bring the right arm forward and the left arm comes forward too. Now bring the arms out like a Y. So the elbow is kind of near the corner of the mat. The other elbow is too. Now bring the hands, the palms to the ground, the tips of the fingers to the earth, and then just lift up the chest. Maybe noticing if you feel it more on the shoulders or feel it in a different spot. Walk the hands forward, press the tips of the fingers into the earth. Lift the heart as you press the fingers down. Exhale, lower down the heart, the chest. Bring the arms out like a Y again. Press into the earth. Feel a low back compress. And now exhale, lower down the chest. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders and then press up and back. And let's lift up to downward facing dog. So the balls of the feet are on the earth. Those heels of the hand ground, the thumb knuckle, the index finger knuckle plant, and the hips lift up to the sky. As if you were creating space between the sits bones. And let's bend the knees down as if we were coming to tabletop. And then exhale, straighten the legs, hips go up and back. Yep, lower down the knees, kind of coming into table, but then lifting right back up. Yep, you got it. So lower down, arms are out like puppy, the knees come down like table, but then all the way up and back. Move at your own pace, kind of a puppy with covered knees, and then up to downward facing dog. So find that and move with the breath. You inhale to lower, exhale to extend the sits bones up. Couple more breaths. Nice job, guys. Lower down the knees all the way this time, but go really slow. And now sit this sits bones back for child's pose. Extend the arms forward. Now let's roll it up. Stepping the right foot forward between the hands and then stepping the left foot to the front of the mat. And then let's rise up. Maybe you sway side to side on your way up. Maybe you kind of sit in a chair pose on your way up. Maybe you sit squat down in your yogi toe squat. But we'll meet in standing. When you get there, really kind of take note of how those feet feel. Maybe open the toes, lift them off the ground, spread the toes apart, and then lower them down. Maybe grip the floor with the toes, and then release the grip and relax the feet to stand like normal. Shoulders roll up, back, and down. We'll inhale, reach the arms up for sky. The hands can be apart, or maybe they come into meet with the palms together. Either way, breathe in. And now exhale, ground to the right foot, step the left foot back. We'll find our lunge. And now we'll find that mudra with the hands and fists, the right arm across the chest, and then the left across the right. Shoulders up, back, and down. Breathe in. Good job. Inhale. Now exhale, let's hinge forward. So the hips kind of stay put. We hinge at the waist. And we round. So our arms and our chest hover over that thigh. Breathe in. And out. Rounding and bringing our energy in. Focusing on our center. Maybe lift the toes off the ground, spread it out, and place the neck down that right foot. One more breath. Our exhale brings our shoulders back over the hips. And then we inhale to expand out with the arms. Nice. And let's find an Arizona cactus. Bend the elbows, wrists over the elbows, elbows in line with the shoulders. Breathe in. Now exhale, draw those elbows towards the hips as if you're moving through peanut butter or quicksand. Then inhale, back up to cactus arms. Breathe in. Drive to the left ball of the foot. Exhale, elbows down to hips. Cactus, inhale. One more exhale, lower down. Feeling the right leg active, breathe in. And now let's exhale, float forward, frame the front foot. Ground that left hand. If you have a block, place the block on the inside of the left or that right foot. And now the right arm reaches up for sky. Let's twist a little bit. Yeah. See, we reach high and we're out and we're doing things where we can ground. That left hand reminding us we can ground. Maybe it's with the breath, with an om. Maybe it's noticing where our points of contact are with the earth. One more breath. Exhale, the right hand comes down. Let's move that block out of the way so our hands are free and they hover. Let your hands just suspend in the air. We bring the shoulders back so the back is flat. One breath in. Now exhale, ground the hands, bend that knee. Let's try to come into some standing splits. The right leg ground the left toes, reach for the sky. Now you can stay here for a couple breaths, or maybe you want to do a little curtsy. You bring that left knee to that right calf, kind of curl up in a ball if you want, and then you can extend it back. So now we're grounding foot and hands, and we can come back into ourselves if we curtsy and bring that knee behind the calf. One more time, let's extend it up. And then exhale, step the foot to meet the right foot. Hang heavy, grabbing opposite elbows. And just let it go. And noticing what in the body might be waking up. Sigh. Let's lower the hands down. Maybe come up to a flat back. Hands on the thighs or the shins. But extend the sits bones back and the crown forward. And tip the weight into the balls of the feet. As if you were peering over a well or over that outfield wall to see if it's fair or foul. Breathe in. Now exhale, bend the knees. Let's rise up. Hands come to the heart. Now ground into the left foot. Lift the toes of the left foot up off the ground, spread them apart, ground and back down. And now step the right foot back under the ball of that right foot. Let's inhale, extend the arms out for just a breath, and then bring them together. The right arm across the chest with that fist, the left arm across the right. Here's our mudra. Here's our Ashtandrasana. Breathe in. And then when you're ready, exhale, fold it forward, hinging at the waist. The hips kind of stay still. The belly button in, the heart floats down. Kind of like that frisbee on its way down to the earth, just gliding down. And now hover over the thigh. Feel your energy in your body. Breathing in and out. Maybe a sigh. Deep breath in. And now let's exhale. Bring the shoulders to stack back over to the hips. Inhale, expand out like those wings. Nice job, guys. Exhale, Arizona cactus arms. And now we're not going to bring the elbows down this time, but we're going to straighten the arms out like a Y, like we did on our stomachs. So inhale, reach the arms up. Spread the fingertips wide. You're grounding in the left foot. The right ball of the foot is active, right? That right leg is not going to let us forget that it's active. And now Arizona cactus. Exhale. Inhale, expand. Exhale. Arizona cactus. Inhale, expand, and hang out at the top for a couple breaths. Deep breath in. Exhale, Arizona cactus arms. Let's pause there. And now bring the arms into center. And then we're going to hinge it forward, find that block on the inside of the foot, right arm down, right hand down. Then reach the left arm for sky. Havrita Parsvakonasana. Try to keep those hips in. Sometimes when we do this, or when I do it, I tend to The hip goes way out and my arm reaches up. I keep the hips in and the arm up. The right ball of the foot is active. One more breath. Belly button drawn in. And now lower that left hand down, move the block out of the way. The hands hover over the ankle this time. So feel that suspension, feel that active core. Breathe in. And breathe out. And now ground those hands. Maybe we extend that right foot to sky. Left grounding, the hands ground. But yet we're still out in space, that right leg. Now option, you can bend that knee of the left leg and bring that right knee to just tap the calf. And then expand back up. Bend the legs, right knee to the calf. And you can always just say extend it, right? Moving with control and controlling the movement. Last time, knee to the calf. Now let's extend it up. And now bend that left knee, step the right foot back. Ground the hands, step the left foot back. Now let's find Adho Mukha Svanasana. Balls of the feet. Ground the hands, ground. Breathe in. Exhale, lower down the knees. Sit back in child's pose. The sits bones reach for the heels. Maybe we bring the hands into prayer and we bring those prayer hands to the back of our neck. Or the arms can be extended in front. Or maybe they come back and massage those feet. So there's options here, but wherever you're at, be in the breath. Really nice job, guys. Really nice. Let's exhale, lower the hands down to the earth if they were in prayer. If they're already in the front, lift the hips up. Let's come to a seat. And you can extend the legs out in front. Maybe you want to thunder thigh out a little bit. You can lean back on the hands. Yep. You can slap the feet together on the sides, on the inside of the foot. Maybe you curl the toes in and out. Again, these grounding points of our body. And now with our awareness on our feet, let's bring our sits bones to ground. Draw the feet together. Coming into a seated butterfly. Baddha Konasana. Maybe you need to readjust the sits bones as you arrange the feet. They can be really close in, or they can be in front. There's no right or wrong. And then as if your feet were a book, bring your hands to your feet and just open your feet up towards the sky. The thumbs along that ball of the foot that we've been grounding on. Press the thumbs into the ball of the foot. And then extend from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. Imagine that spine kind of being straight. And let's just pause with our heart kind of beaming past those toes, the thumbs on the ball of the foot, shoulders kind of back, heart forward. Breathing in and out. Nice job, guys. And now if you'd like, you can kind of hinge forward, leaning that heart towards that book. Try to keep the sits bones grounded, or at least the awareness on your grounding points. Going forward as much as you want. You can tuck the chin to the chest. Breathe in. And let's exhale. Begin to stack the vertebrae over the base of the spine, one at a time, bringing the spine, the shoulders back, releasing the hands from the foot. Shoulders go back and down. And now let's bring our knees up. And then maybe we bring our hands back and we stop our feet. Now from here, let's bring ourselves down to a resting position. Elbows can go down and back, moving mindfully. Now extend that left leg long. Keep the right foot on the earth, the right knee to the sky. Yeah, now let that right knee fall out to the side. The right foot can be kind of towards the top of that left leg or down towards the calf for a reclined tree. If it feels okay in your body, maybe bring that right hand with that fist across the chest and then the left. Or maybe you rest with the palms to the sky onto the side, gently winding down. With our awareness on our breath, maybe breathing in for a count of 4. And then exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just maybe finding the natural breath again. And now bring the right knee to the sky. You can slap that foot a couple times and then extend the leg out. Maybe point and flex the foot, so point the toes, and then point out, and then point the toes towards the face. Then draw that left foot to the floor and let that left knee fall out to the side. Or recline to tree on the other side. Any variation with the arms. Maybe you're in your Arizona cactus arms, or maybe you're in your mudra with the right arm in closest to the body than the left. Maybe the arms are overhead, either way. But relax and surrender into your tree. Nice job, guys. Exhale, bring that left knee to the sky. And draw the left knee into the chest. And then draw the right knee into the chest. Maybe feeling the entire back on the floor. And now maybe bring the arms on the inside of the knees and the peace fingers find the big toe. And then we bring those knees towards the elbows, towards the armpits, and the feet towards the sky for our Ananda Valasana. This is our happy baby. So we've taken our child's pose. Now we're finally getting to a happy baby. Maybe closing the eyes and noticing the lower back on the ground. Maybe you rock side to side. And then notice the entire back on the ground. Grounding, back of the head on the floor, and the feet are out in the ethers, out in space. The hands are extended out as well. Finding that part of us that's grounding us, keeping us present. Now, whenever you're ready, releasing out of happy baby and extending the legs long and finding your version of Shavasana, whatever Shavasana looks like today. Maybe you have a blanket or a pillow underneath the knees. Maybe the feet are out wide and the knees come together. But allow yourself to rest with eyes closed, eyelashes resting on top of each other. The tongue falling from the roof of the mouth. Now maybe breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And just settling into your resting pose. Reminding yourself that there's nowhere you need to go and nothing you need to do. We're going to allow ourselves 4 to 5 minutes here before our pranayama and meditations. So allow yourself to really sink into the earth. And if the mind wanders, perhaps coming back to the thread of the breath, maybe acknowledging I am aware that I am breathing in. I am aware that I am breathing out. As many times as you need. Maybe noticing the body's response to this intentional rest. Maybe feeling a need to sigh or to readjust so we have more comfort. But truly resting. Relaxing the soles of the feet. Relaxing heels of the feet and balls of the feet. That space between each of our toes. Relax it. And then thank your feet for everywhere you've journeyed with them. Relaxing your palms, your fingertips, that space between each finger. And thank your hands for all the love that they hold and have extended to others. Relax the forearms, the upper arms, the backs of the shoulders. The back of the body, relax. The front of the body, relax. From the hips to the ankles, relax. Now, whenever you're ready, maybe gently rolling over to one side and pausing at that side. Maybe resting the head on the arm. There's no rush. You can press up with that other hand, and then we'll find a seated position. Whatever your seat looks like for you. Maybe you're seated like on your heels. You can sit like this if you want, and if that's too much, you can always sit on block. Or you can just sit in your easy pose, whatever feels right. And when you get there, let's maybe find our mudra again with our middle and index fingers pointing down and our thumb and ring and pinky together. And then with that, maybe closing the eyes, tucking the chin. And then again, feeling our breath in the body. And our body in this shape, in this space that we're in. Now let's bring our hands up from that mudra, and we're going to do our buzzing bee, our what's it called? Bumblebee breath, bumblebee. So we'll use Shankari Mudra, which is made, just let me show it first, because if you do it while I do it, yeah, you'll see. So we're going to place our thumbs. We'll eventually press it on this troggy here, that part of the ear. Then our index and middle will just rest on the closed lid of the eye. Our ring finger will be just on the outside of the nasal passage. We're not closing the nose, we're just going to narrow just a little. Then our pinkies will rest the outside of the top lip on the outside of the mouth. What we're doing here is we're closing off our senses so we can bring our energy in to ourselves. And this is really great for better sleep, as it activates that pineal gland, and it's really good for calming, especially young children. So when we do this breath, we inhale and exhale through the nose. So we'll close the mouth. Our inhale is just a regular inhale. And when we exhale, we make the sound of a honeybee. So we make a buzzing, and it's that buzzing that vibrates the cranium. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to hear you. So when you're done, we'll do it 5 times. When you're done, just place your hands in your lap so I can see. And I'm going to mute myself as well. I'm going to demonstrate. Thumbs in the ear, over the eye, nose here. And so I'll inhale, and then I'll exhale. And after that buzzing is done, I'll inhale again. So go ahead and 5 rounds, in and out 5 times. And if you're finished, go ahead and bring your hands to your heart. If you close the eyes, we'll bring our awareness to the base of the spine. With our awareness on the base of the spine, allow your next inhale to bring that breath from the base of the spine all the way up to the crown. Exhale down. Bring that exhale just below the navel. And inhale from that space, that Svadhisthana chakra, up the spine to the crown. Exhale, that breath rests just below the sternum and Mani Buddha chakra. Inhale from the space below the sternum, up to the crown of the head. And your exhale down to the heart center, releasing the rest of the breath in that heart space, our Anahata chakra. Inhale from the heart up to the crown. And then exhale out the crown down to the throat chakra where the collarbones meet the base of the throat. Inhale from the base of that throat up to the crown. And from the crown to Ajna chakra between the eyebrows, that third eye. Filling the third eye with exhale. And inhale from the third eye up to the crown. And then your exhale rests in the crown. Visualize 1,000-petaled lotus, the color of moonlight, at your crown chakra. Breathing into that lotus, a couple more breaths. On your next exhale, exhale from the crown all the way down to the base of that spine, the root chakra. And now just breathe up and down the spine to the crown a couple rounds. All the way up the spine to the crown, and then all the way down to the root chakra. On your next exhale, just lower the hands to the lap. Maybe let out a sigh. Then we'll breathe in and out, and then our next second exhale will be an Om to seal our practice together. We'll inhale and exhale. Now inhale, exhale. Om. Shanthi. Shanti. Shanti. Om. Peace. 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 Namaste.